Hello, Vudani here, and today I have a Ranger PvP video, and you see I am swapping back to Devourer. I was playing with pets a bit, and the Devourers just kick ass. I mean, the ranged attacks they give, it really allows them to be more reliable than other pets, especially on this map. Battle for Kylo is a map where you probably are going to have pathing issues, but the spec is a bleed spec with the short bow, and it is basically designed to kill heavy armored targets that are on points. And that's definitely a good niche for rangers in tournament play. This is a build that I would recommend for tournaments. You might want to switch up a couple skills here and there depending on what your team composition is like, but this is a single target bleeding damage build. It's very effective in 1v1s, however you are vulnerable to focus fire. You don't have too much to mitigate damage with, and that is a flaw of the Ranger. The only stability a Ranger has is their Bestial Wrath mechanic. The ultimate with this, I believe it's a 120-second cooldown, so it's that's quite a high price for stability. It is luckily a 20-second duration, and it's going to give you other buffs for not only yourself but your pets, so it's a dual-purpose skill. It's something that you can definitely use at the start of a battle and finish an opponent and then be able to stomp them with if you time everything right. And my secondary you see is the Axe and Warhorn. I do like to start battles with this. You can get the Hunter's Call in to get a bit of damage going. It's gonna crit a lot and sometimes proc your Earth Sigils on your weapons. And the Chill, number 3, and the 2, which is a bleed, those are both very good skills that work well with a build like this. If you get your 2 ability with the axe in right on someone when you're right up next to them, you're going to get a lot of bleed damage. That's very effective, however it can be risky. Oftentimes it's better to just stick back and start off with your short bow. And right now I tried to hit him with a chill. It looks like it didn't go off, but I end up popping Zephyr's quickness to go in right there, and he is very smart or very lucky, and I recognize that he is a bomb spec. He is going to be very defensive, so I can't really fight him up close, so I do stay back here, and he drops his big bomb there, so I'm going to roll out of that and keep shooting from afar. I do have to sacrifice the pointer. I allow him to neutralize it there, but I wanted to make sure, and there I hit my F4 to switch pets, which is on reduced cooldown with the spec. That's going to give you a 2-second quickness, and now I am just finishing him off here. He is actually doing a decent amount of damage, but I do finish him off. That confusion really is just tearing me apart. So I do turn around to avoid that. And I know at this point, if I get close, he's going to explode and kill me. I do not have much health left, so I'm going to let my trebuchet help me finish him off. And there he's going to go down. And thank you, trebuchet. And going to capture this point now. This build is definitely not actually designed for 1v1, however it does have it's pretty good at 1v1s. If you can kite people, especially melee, if you can kite them and just simply constantly attack, and that constant attacking there was, you never know, someone could be stealth. But anyway, decent 1v1, better if you have teammates around, and if you can just lay into people from behind with the short bow, it's disgusting. And here I'm going to open up with my axes, and now I'm just pelting this Ranger, and there is no chance she's going to get that revive off. Goes down pretty quickly, tons of bleeds going on her, and I'm just shooting these people because shooting the short bow is freaking awesome. And here comes that engineer in. It's not really a fair fight for him. We outnumber him quite a bit. I'm going to try to strafe around, and you see I circle strafed around him and switch pets, and I had about 2 seconds right on his back with that quickness. That's a very nice tactic. The short duration pet swap quickness is just freaking amazing. If you time everything right, you can usually get good effectiveness from the back. You can also start off with a concussion shot. Right when you loop around, you hit your 5 ability to concuss them, which is a short stun, and then immediately after that you can switch your pets and gain quickness and just lay into people. And right here's a Ranger again, and it's not really fair for her at this point. We have quite a few people here. I'm going to try to finish her off. We're doing well with points here. The other team isn't capturing very well, and it looks like we're killing them quite often. So I'm going to take the high ground here, and advantage of ranged pets, you can take those strange positions and still get some good damage out of your pets. Also, the Devourers have a good amount of toughness, so they're not going to die on you very often. I mean, if they do get focused, they will die, but here I'm going on this Mesmer. He is trying to mitigate as much damage as he can, but he doesn't have many condition removals, it seems, and I drop down behind him, open up with my Quickening Zephyr, and bleed as much, but he does remove some conditions. Looks like, not sure what he used, might have been a Phantasm, but he is actually doing a lot better. When I went in here, I thought he was just going to melt, and he seems to put up more of a fight, but I dropped my healing spring there and used as much regeneration as I could, got a lot of healing, and was able to handily finish that battle while keeping this point neutral at least, and it's going to be captured soon. And there I got on the correctly marked with the big honking red arrow over him to get that easy stomp, and now we have 3 captured them. That is definitely a good sign. Pretty much assured the victory, so I'm going to go hunting at this point. Probably will try to gravitate around points because that is generally what I'll try to do. I like to play the objectives. Definitely good practice. And here we got a Ranger, and it looks like she has her ultimate up currently. I open up with the axe, and that's a bad move by me. Recognizing a Ranger is important, especially a Shortbow Ranger, because you really don't have anything to mitigate much damage with this build except your Protect Me shout, which is actually pretty much the only thing that could have saved me there. Not sure if I had it up, didn't quite check. If I did, then I am terrible and I deserve to die. But that's pretty much your only skill that you have. I don't know how many other. I guess the axe. I believe the axe offhand does have another defensive ability. But yeah, pretty much if you get bleeds, you're not going to be able to cure them. There is a pet trait that will actually allow pets to draw conditions off of you. There's also a bear that is going to be able to do an AoE condition cure to yourself and allies, which is actually a pretty good pet to have if you are going that route. But yeah, probably could have handled that Ranger, and here's another Ranger, and I get her concussed, and she turns around, pops Quickening Zephyr, and I kind of expected her to keep running. Don't really worry too much about it. I pop Quickening Zephyr myself and throw down my healing well, and that rock dog is doing a decent amount of damage to me, so I'm gonna try to stay in this regeneration well. I know if I went up on her I could have stability'd, but I'm kind of playing this off as I feel like I had won this at this point, and it might have been a mistake. Probably should have just stomped her right away. Do go down, but I believe we have some help from the heavens coming in here to finish her off. And there goes the catapult blast. But that would have been easily won. All I would have had to do is stomp her, but I wanted to shoot her with my awesome shortbow. And I hope this video was helpful. If you have any suggestions on the Ranger build, it's definitely a difficult class to find a build that fits everything properly. You really do have to rely on teammates a little bit more with Ranger, but it definitely really will beat down some classes. The problem is other classes just destroy Rangers. It's a very tough matchup for some classes where you're going to rip people apart for other classes. And thanks for watching.